Tab that you go screaming, fight, tag with lights at the lights. Very now you don't fight, take the sight, live the sights, baby shows and escapade. Fancy arcade, pixelated party lesson, they unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, brushing seams, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, let's extreme Saturday gleams. So day gleams, so it seems nothing rings. Razors, channel, riot, loud, crowd unbowed, techno sound, pulses pound, dream astound, youth unbound, joy profound, lost and found. Channel raver on the prowl, echoes howled.
I have no idea what those words are, but it is a fun song for a Saturday morning, and it does express that early Saturday morning cartoon bowl of sugary cereal feeling for our Saturday tabletop role-playing game Shoutout. Last week was the 50th version of this, which means I've done this 50 weeks in a row. So yeah, have I shouted out every tabletop role-playing game channel on the tube of you? I don't think so, but the list is gone. I need to start over. So if you've got a site you want me to check out, please DM me and let me know. As always, special thanks to my number one employee, Jeff of Jeff's Games Box, for sending me this week's lists, and Tabletop Role Playing Game from Woofle Phototech for sending me that list where I had like 20 names, but gone through the entire list. So gotta start mining the coal mines of links out there. I'm sure there's plenty of tabletop role-playing game YouTube sites I have not seen yet. Oh, I found a cat whisker. So if you've got a channel you want me to check out, let me know. Here we go. We've got 1, 2, 3, one we saw before, 4, and then, of course, our VTuber of the week. And we're starting with Seraphis. Seraphis, the Down Under Space Pirate. I talk about gaming and stuff and occasionally talk about space and pirates. Also piracy and generally tied to a lot of that. I don't know, maybe just hang out and chat. And he's from Australia. All right, so what can we tell you about it? We've got a Monster Manual flip through. We've got some just random Let's Talks with him and some friends talking about gaming. We got Tales from the Valiant flip through. The Cypher System flip through. And then just random conversations. Eberron flip through, Cypher System. So mostly just him and some friends talking about gaming and talking about space pirates and talking about his game setting, which I assume is space pirates, and generally just chilling out and talking about a hobby. What is tabletop role-playing game like in Australia? You know, you think tabletop role-playing game, you normally don't think Australia, but hey, we're everywhere. So it'd be interesting to talk to these guys and find out how they got started, what the tabletop role-playing game community in that country is like, what the number one games are. You know, just that's what I love about doing this experiment every week, is when I stumble across somebody from another state or another country or another planet, then I want to know, like, okay, what is the history of the hobby there? Because I obviously know the history of how the hobby developed here in California and generally have an idea of how the hobby developed across the United States. But when I talk to somebody from Canada or South America or Europe, or in this case, Australia, it's interesting to know, did the hobby follow the same evolution there as it did here? So Seraphis, if you're in the sound of my voice and you ever hear this, please let me know. I'd love to talk to you about what gaming is like way over there in the land down under. I'm not even going to try and do an Australian accent because crikey, it's just, you know, it's silly. All right, number 2. Number 2. Work computer. There you go. This is Val the Fantascapist. Val has 27.3K subscribers and 793 videos. They say, "Hi, I'm Val, and I'm a content creator living in Toronto, Canada. I found a passion in fantasy since a young age. I'm now 27 and a proud fan of LOTR, Witcher, Harry Potter, and Baldur's Gate. If you are following me for a while, you know me as Val, the cosplay nurse, but recently I came up with a new name, Val the Fantascapist. The name will broaden my horizons as content creator, as well as allow me to build a community of fellow Fantascapists. Those enjoy escaping the worries of the rules, blah, 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 blah. The main focus of the channel is to show you the world I've created for my OC, Tara the Barkeep. You'll see a lot of content about her, my other characters and storylines, as well as behind the scenes videos. So she's a woman who dresses up in cosplay as a bar wench elf and occasionally does some stuff with some other women and friends and stuff. And she's got a big setting and she cosplays and yeah, I'm sure dressed like that. I wonder what her, why she's so popular. Anyways, here was her talking about D&D, skit, another skit, doing a photo shoot with some other women in the hobby. Mostly just talking about her setting, doing some skits. Let's see. Unicorn blood. We got scars. I don't see it actually. It's like mostly just cosplay and cosplaying in the sort of a setting. I don't see any actual talking about games, some Ren Fair stuff. Oh, here's one talking about the Path of the Giant build for the D&D. Yeah, this looks like a lot of fun if you're into cosplaying and skits and stories and making little homemade movies about the hobby. 27.3K subscribers. It doesn't really need our help, but we'll also subscribe because, hey, Toronto, Canada, what is gaming like in there? How did gaming evolve where you live? How did you get into the hobby? What was your first game? Why? Where did Tara the Bar Witch come from? I'd love to know all these things. So if you're ever in the sound of my voice, Val the Fantascapist, and you want to talk about the evolution of the hobby in Toronto, Canada, please let me know. And thank you, as always, for, bringing a little fun and skits and fantasy cosplay to the tube of you. We always appreciate people who just have fun with the hobby. Okay, we have Winter and Bloom Studios, and these guys apparently are so good. I got sent links twice to their channel, so obviously they have something going on. This is Todd, Eric, Garrett, Rich, Olivia, Nathan, and Articus. They've got 971 subscribers, 391 videos, and they say, hello, we're studios. We're made up of a group of creatives, all with a passion for playing D&D. Our group spans over many different ages, genders, and experience levels. Each player brings unique and crucial elements to not only our sessions, but our production as a whole. We're currently engaged in a diverse array of content creation, from our campaign sessions to our Dungeon Masters Academy, news, and guidance podcasts. We love to talk about and make content for Dungeons & Dragons. We also love to play test and review all kinds of tabletop role-playing games. And we've got a Patreon if you want to support us. Okay, so we've got some guys, and they're talking about D&D. This one apparently is the one that got all the attention. It's got 3.14 views. It's from 2 months ago, and it is hilarious. It's talking about the unspoken roleplay rules. Here's a video about, do you have to do silly voices to play? No, you don't. Here's them play testing Daggerheart. Here's what's the difference between a GM game master and a DM dungeon master? Nothing other than a dungeon master tends to just focus on D&D, while a game master tries to play as many different games as possible with as many different people as possible. If there is a difference, that's it. Blah. So yeah, D&D talks, D&D reviews, D&D looks at different builds, questions, and then some other role-playing games, but mostly just a D&D website doing the D&D play, D&D live play, D&D this is my world, D&D can you be like that other live play. But hey, you've got a group of people who are willing to play with you on the internet every week. God love you, because I can't find that, so I'm jealous of you. Why doesn't anybody ever invite me to their game? Nobody loves me. Anyways, thanks, guys. 971 subscribers. We can get them up to 1,000. Again, I got sent a link to this channel twice from 2 different people. So obviously these guys are good and worth checking out. Now, some people might be saying, I'm so tired of D&D Studios. No more Critical Role, no more Dimension 20. Come on, do some other games. How come we haven't found a single channel dedicated to superheroes? I don't know. I would love to find some tabletop role-playing game channels out there dedicated to superheroes, but obviously these guys are doing something good if they got linked to me twice. So thanks, Winter and Bloom Studios, for being awesome. And the second to last one is somebody we visited before, but they just reached out to me the other day to let me know what was going on. So this is Swords and Stones. He's got 35 subscribers, 11 videos. I interviewed him about his game a while back. He is making his own role-playing game, and this channel is all about the role-playing game and the evolution of the role-playing game. And we had a conversation a while back about his role-playing game. It's on my channel somewhere. And then just the other day, he was like, hey, I'm still here. What's going on with you? And I'm like, hey, I'm still here. What's going on with you? So, hi, man. How you doing? Are the video we did together still in here? I know. I mean, I know I had him on the channel. I'd have to find the link on my channel. But yeah, I interviewed this guy and talked about his game. Love to see people making their own games. Love to see people taking the tried and true and trying to make it better. Can you make D&D, D20 fantasy level based better, different, unique enough that people don't look at it and go, oh, another D&D game. So yeah, and he just was like, hey, how you doing, man? Just out of nowhere, just wanted to know how you are. And that's like, wow, I like that. You know, nobody ever just contacts me to know what's going on and what's going on in my life, with the exception of my buddy Jeff at Jeff Gamesbox, and just wants to chat online about life. That's nice, you know. The hobby can be a really negative, stressful place, especially now. You know, it's hard to make friends and establish relationships, especially for me, since I'm such an introvert and have such, you know, crippling social anxiety. Some people would say, oh, you're just shy. And I was like, no, I'm just battle worn, man. It's just too hard to try and develop relationships with people, especially on the internet. Getting a little personal there, OG, aren't you? Nobody loves me. So yeah, that was like a surprise. It felt nice. You know, it was a nice spring virtual hug of just somebody reaching out and going, hey, what's going on? And I was like, hey, I'm going to give you a shout out. I'm going to remind people you're out there, dude. 35 subscribers. We can get this guy 100 subscribers. Check out his game at swordsandstones.com. Always nice to see another one out there. So yeah, keep plugging along. Who knows? You could be the next Shadowdark. I wonder if Kelsey would ever want to come on my channel. I'm probably too small for her. And finally, we wouldn't do this without, of course, how we got the idea. This is Maury Calliope, and she is a VTuber. She also does tabletop role-playing game stuff while she's VTubing. So she's got some video game stuff of her playing Vampire on her, of her playing D&D, of her playing some other role-playing games, as well as video games and just chatting. She's also well known for her singing and her voiceover work. She's done a lot of music stuff. She's even had virtual concerts. So the name might sound familiar to you. You might have seen her. If you're a VTuber fan like I am, I'm definitely aware of her. She's been around for a while. You know, when I first got into watching VTubers, definitely was a name that I knew about. You know, I was like, oh, I know about Project Melody. I don't really know who it is. I know about Code Lyko, but I don't really know who it is. I know about Maury, and I've heard that name. So yeah, she's got 2.52 million subscribers and 1.4K videos on this channel. So yeah, she doesn't really need my help, but Maury Calliope, VTuber who also does tabletop role-playing games and who is generally awesome. Thank you. Thank you for making the hobby part of your life and showing people that, you know, role-playing is out there, that you're women and men who are playing together on the digital frontier. So yeah, that's cool. Thanks. It's cool to letting us know you're just a big geek like the rest of us, even if you're, you know, this amazing digital presence with 2.52 million subscribers, that you still take time out from your life to just get together with your friends and be goofy and play D&D and then share it with us on the VTube. Just appreciate you. Just appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. And that's it. Thanks again, as always, to Jeff's Games Box for the links. Link down below to Jeff's channel. Check him out. Help Jeff hit 1,000 subs and get monetized. Because, yeah, the guy deserves it. He works hard. And he sends me links every week, and I appreciate it. But like I said at the beginning, 15 minutes ago, the piece of paper is empty. I have used every link that has been sent to me in the last couple weeks. So it's time to start over. If you've got a tabletop role-playing game site that you want to have me shout out, please DM me or contact me on Twitter, whatever, especially if you do games that aren't D&D. I would love to find some channels that do superhero role-playing games. You know, because we found Star Wars channels, we found Cyberpunk channels, we found some Shadowrun channels, but still not a lot of love for the superheroes out there other than Babies with Knives. I think is the only one I know. And the Banff podcast. So, yeah, I see some superhero role-playing game love out there. And that's it for this Saturday. Have a great day. Stay safe out there. Thanks for sticking with me. Be positive, be happy, be safe, and get off my land.
Television goes screaming flies, everybody's at the lights. Every night you fight, take a side with the side, baby Joe and the escapades. Let's the arcade, pixelated porn, lesson made unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, bursting seams, city gleams.